Hello dear grade 8 students. Welcome to lesson 2 of fitness and team sports entitled Physical Activity Plan. In this lesson you will be expected prepare a physical activity program. Specifically, this module will help you to identify physical activity and exercises to include in the physical activity plan that may help achieve improvement in health and fitness. Show commitment and willingness to improve one's fitness and health. Act in improving one's fitness and well-being by making a physical activity plan that may avoid sedentarism. According to the World Health Organization, physical inactivity has been identified as the fourth leading cause of deaths. The number of overweight and obese individuals is on the rise, which relates to the rising number of cases of non-communicable diseases such as high blood, diabetes, heart diseases, and cancer, which are developed due to an unhealthy lifestyle and physical inactivity, which results to 6 out of 10 deaths. It has been proven that those who are physically active have higher levels of health-related fitness and have lower risk for chronic non-communicable diseases. It is very important that one must be able to assess one's physical activity level and be able to include various physical activities in your daily/weekly schedule. The activities that may be included in your plan should be based on the recommended physical activity guidelines according to age, frequency and intensity. The guidelines give us information on suggested activity for different age group as regards to nature, intensity, duration, and frequency of physical activity. One important feature of the guideline is that it is classified according to age group. It is important because it recognizes different abilities, capabilities, and needs as the activity patterns changes across the lifespan. It gives physical activity information accordingly. Given the health implication of physical activity and exercise, it is important to assess one's physical activity habits. Through this assessment you'll get to identify what you can improve and be aware of your current situation. This will enable you to set goals and plan necessary activities to improve health-related fitness components which can contribute to attaining fitness and wellness. The Filipino Activity Pyramid Guide, Figure 1.3, and the Physical Activity Guidelines, Figure 1.2, according to age category will serve as a guide in planning your daily/weekly health-enhancing physical activity plan. Today's lesson will be a day of setting goals and designing a plan of physical activities which is suitable to your needs and according to your schedule. But first let us be clear with certain terms that will be most likely to be used in the planning. FIT stands for frequency, intensity, time, and type. These are the factors that may determine what kind of impact physical activities will have on your body. Frequency, the number of times you exercise per week. Frequency should always be determined by the type of activity you're engaging in. Intensity, degree of intensity is based on the amount of work you have to put in. Time, length of time you spend exercising. This has directly impacted by the other three components of the FIT model. Type of physical activity you choose lies at the heart of the FIT principle. Moderate intensity are activities that require physical exertion that can cause small increases in breathing or heart rate. Vigorous intensity are those that require hard physical effort and cause large increases in breathing or heart rate. The following images will give you more essential ideas about physical activity and exercise. Physical activity and exercise prescription for children 3 to 5-year-old. School children 3 to 5-year-old should be active throughout the day to enhance growth and development. Adults caring for this children these age should encourage active play from light to moderate or vigorous intensity and aim for at least 3 hours per day. Physical activity and exercise prescription for children 6 to 12-year-old. Aerobic exercises. Frequency, 7 days per week. Intensity, moderate to vigorous. Time, minimum of 60 minutes. Type of activity, transportation, physical education, sport, free play, or exercise. Activities should be enjoyable and have variety. Aerobic exercise includes bicycle riding, walking, running, games, dancing, soccer, and swimming. Strength promotion. Frequency, 2 to 3 days per week. Intensity, moderate to vigorous. Type: climbing, jumping, tumbling, and gymnastics in a variety of games. Physical activity and exercise prescription for adolescents and young adults 13 to 20-year-old. Aerobic exercises. Frequency: 7 days per week. Intensity: moderate to vigorous. Time: minimum of 60 minutes. Type of activity: transportation, physical education, sport, free play, and exercise such as biking, running, dancing, games, swimming and football. Activities should be developmentally appropriate. Activities should have variety and should be enjoyable. Muscle and bone strength promotion. Type: supervised strength training programs provided the focus is on developing proper exercise technique. Good form and mechanics should be stressed. Examples of appropriate activities include body weight calisthenics, example, push-ups and pull-ups, and strength exercises with dumbbells, medicine balls, and elastic bands. It is important for 6 to 17 to do activities that load bone for better bone development. Example of these are activities or exercise that include jumping, hopping, leaping, running, etc. Physical activity and exercise prescriptions adults for 21 to 59-year-old. Endurance aerobic activities. Frequency: 5 days per week. Intensity: moderate. Time: 30 minutes. Total of at least 150 to 300 minutes per week. Type of activity: walking briskly, 2.5 miles per hour or faster, recreational swimming, tennis, doubles. Active forms of yoga, for example, Vinyasa or power yoga. Ballroom or line dancing, general yard work and home repair work, exercise classes like aerobics or. Frequency: 3x a week. Intensity: vigorous. Time: 20 minutes. Total of at least 75 to 150 minutes per week. Type of activity: jogging or running, swimming laps, tennis, singles, vigorous dancing, bicycling faster than 10 miles per hour, jumping rope, heavy yard work, digging or shoveling with heart rate increases, hiking uphill or with a heavy backpack, high-intensity interval training, exercise classes like vigorous step aerobics or kickboxing. Strength promotion. Frequency: 2 days per week. Intensity: 8 to 12 repetitions of each exercise for 2 to 3 sets. Time: no specific time but. Type: movement that work the major muscle group of the body for a moderate or greater intensity, that legs, hips, back, chest, abdomen, shoulders and arms. Physical activity and exercise prescription for senior adults 60-year-old and above. Strength promotion: 2 days per week. Intensity: 8 to 12 repetitions of each exercise. Time: 8 to 10 strength training exercises. Type of activity: strengthening exercises using exercise bands, weight machines, or handheld weights. Body weight exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, planks, squats, and lunges. Digging, lifting, and carrying as part of gardening, carrying groceries, some yoga postures, some forms of Tai Chi. Senior adults benefit most from multi-component physical activity program that combine all types of exercise for endurance, strength, and balance into one session. Endurance aerobic. Frequency: 5 days per week. Intensity: moderate. Time: 30 minutes. Total of at least 150 to 300 minutes a week or. Frequency: 3 times per week. Intensity: vigorous. Time: 20 minutes. Total of at least 75 to 150 minutes a week. Type of activity: walking or hiking, dancing, swimming, water aerobics, jogging or running, aerobic exercise classes, some forms of yoga, bicycle riding, stationary or outdoors, some yard work such as raking and pushing a lawnmower, sports like tennis or basketball, walking as part of golf. Exercise prescription for adults with chronic health conditions or disabilities who are able. Aerobic exercises. Frequency, activity should spread throughout the week. Intensity, moderate intensity. Time, at least 150 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes, to 300 minutes, 5 hours a week, or frequency, 75 minutes, 1 hour and 15 minutes, to 150 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes, a week. Intensity, vigorous intensity aerobic physical activity, or an equivalent combination of moderate and vigorous intensity aerobic activity. Strength promotion. Frequency, 2 or more days a week. Intensity, moderate or greater intensity that involves all major muscle group. If adults with chronic condition or disabilities cannot follow the above recommendations, they should just continue to move based on their own capabilities. The key is to avoid inactivity. Exercise prescription for pregnant women during pregnancy and pregnancy postpartum period. Exercise prescription. Intensity, moderate intensity. Time, at least 150 minutes or 2 hours 30 minutes. Type, aerobic activity a week during pregnancy and the postpartum period. For women who were physically active, and were already engaged in vigorous physical activity before pregnancy can continue this during and after pregnancy. Women who are pregnant, should be under the care of a healthcare provider who can monitor the progress of pregnancy. Women who are pregnant can consult their healthcare provider about whether of how to adjust their physical activity during pregnancy and after the baby is born. Women should avoid exercises that involve lying on their back after the first trimester of pregnancy because this position can restrict blood flow to the uterus and fetus. They should also avoid participating in contact collision sports and activities with high risk of falling and abdominal trauma, such as football, floorball, netball, rugby, etc. Whatever the age and physical status, there is a recommended frequency, intensity, and health-enhancing physical activity for you. Using these guidelines will help you identify and plan activities that you can do and how frequent you should do it to attain optimum well-being. Remember, Physical Activity Guideline gives you an idea on the type of activity and duration recommended for your age. Physical activity and physical fitness assessment are both important in promoting health and fitness. Conducting assessments on physical activity and fitness will serve as a baseline for the improvement of one's fitness and the community. That's all for today. Thank you for listening and see you all next meeting.